But Tim faced a ton of scrutiny for claiming he had a Bronze Star for valor when he in fact did not. He has a Bronze Star with no V device. Tim initially released that apology he initially released that video months and months ago, as well as the Instagram post saying he never claimed such a thing. Then the video came out, the audio came out from the American Warrior podcast, where he was asked directly about having a Bronze Star with V. He tells some fake story about how there was a bad guy. He saw the bad guy and he shot him, and then that was the end of that. So let me actually see if I can find that. I guess I should have had that ready to go, but I didn't even think about it. But let me see if I can find that anywhere real quick, and we will throw that up. I assume everyone at this point has seen it, but just in case they haven't, let me see if I can find where that is. I thought I knew where it was, but let me see real quick. And if I can't, we will just move on. Let me see. Bronze. Let's see if I can find it quick. So this is the one. I'll show this on the screen. Just stick with me here for a moment. So this is where he said right here, I do not, nor have I ever claimed to have a Bronze Star with a V device. Okay, interesting, Tim. That is certainly something you've said. I can't believe that I'm now struggling to find the video. I wasn't planning on playing this, but if I can't find it here, we're just going to move on, and then we'll get off the subject, and we'll move on to the new stuff that is out there. Let me see if I can. I think we're coming up on it now. Give me one moment. I think I got it here shortly. Oh, here it is. All right, here we go. Can you all see that on the screen? We all see that on the screen? All right, so this is the video that buried him. There's no other way to sum it up. This is the video that brought Tim Kennedy. The floodgates were wide open.
Said anything about having a Purple Heart or a Bronze Star with a V device?
You sure about that?
Per the source I have here, you have a Bronze Star with a V. Is that correct?
Yep.
You mind telling us about what happened there and how you got that?
Oh, pretty straightforward. Like, I think so. There was a bad guy, and bad guy was shooting at us, and I shot him.
I've never said anything.
So that is the video that kicked this whole thing off, right? Well, what if I told you that it actually gets worse than that? What if I told you that not only did Tim claim that he did have a Bronze Star with V device when he absolutely did not? What if multiple profiles claimed he also had a Silver Star? For those of you who don't know, a Silver Star is one of the highest military honors you can ever earn. You have to do something incredibly valorous in an incredibly dangerous situation to earn a Silver Star. It is an award very few service members will ever receive. You have to do something incredible to earn that award. The only awards above it in the ranks, and if I'm wrong about this, someone feel free to correct me. The only awards above it in the Army are the Distinguished Service Cross and the Medal of Honor. So you're talking about an award that is Medal of Honor, Distinguished Service Cross, Silver Star. Let me go ahead and throw this up on the screen for you. Go ahead and get this up here for you. This comes from a 2009, September 25th profile on heavy.com. I'm going to highlight this here. Tim Kennedy is a true American hero, a special forces sniper. Kennedy has put his life on the line for our nation, winning the prestigious Silver Star for his valiant service in Iraq. Earning the Silver Star for his valiant service in Iraq. The only problem with that is we know Tim's award from Iraq. I know that because his old lawyer sent me a photo of his Bronze Star citation. You know what his old lawyer didn't sell me? Or didn't send me? He didn't send me a Silver Star citation. Now, What Tim's going to do, and I know Tim's watching this, and I know Tim's lawyer's watching this too. Not his old lawyer. His old lawyer and him, for whatever reason, are no longer together, but his current lawyer. I know Tim's watching this because he watches it all. I know Tim's lawyer is watching this because, again, they're just, waiting to see. What they're going to say is, well, Tim didn't say that. Heavy.com said that, so it's not Tim's fault. Okay, so you might be able to make that argument. The problem with that argument is Tim put this article on his website. You can see in the URL, look at the top of the screen here. This was shared from TimKennedyMMA.com. They reshared it. So Tim knew this article was up. Tim knew the article had false information in it, published 16 years ago, was still on his website. But let's give Tim the benefit of the doubt. He doesn't deserve it, but let's give Tim the benefit of the doubt. And let's just assume for a second, Tim never read the article, didn't know anything about it, really didn't know that Heavy.com had claimed he had a silver star, which, send your messages to Tim. I see you guys in the chat. You know Tim's watching this. So send your messages to Tim in the chat because you know he's going to read them. Whatever you got to say to Tim, send them in the chat. So maybe it's a one-off. Maybe Tim just had one profile done where the writer mistakenly claimed he had a silver star and Tim never really read it. He didn't know that was in there. This was an innocent, honest mistake. Well, maybe that could be true. Maybe that could be true. But here's the problem with that. Let me take you all to this one. Go ahead and throw this up on the screen for you. This comes courtesy of Fight Magazine, August 15th, 2013. I'm going to put this on the screen. I like how you guys can see the Alp ads at the top of the screen. I got my Alp right here. All right. Let me highlight this. What does that read? Can you guys read that? It says, graduate of the combatives school carry accolades far from mediocre. Kennedy won the combatives tournament 3 times and is a Silver Star recipient. Silver Star recipient. That is now twice. Not once, but twice. And let me be clear, guys. Be respectful with your comments. Be respectful, please. We're a family show. There's kids watching this, I assume. Hopefully, their parents are watching it with them. We're a family show. So don't say anything, inappropriate. We got to keep the chats clean. So now we have 2 examples. Not one, but 2. Now we're establishing a pattern. Now we're putting points of data together that it's not a one-off. It's just not the Heavy Magazine article. Now this is an article from 4 years later. 4 years later. And as you can see, highlighted on the screen, it says right here, Silver Star recipient. Right there. That's number 2. Things are starting to get real interesting, aren't they, folks? Surely that must be the end of it, right? There couldn't possibly be more to it. But wait a second. What have I told you there was? This might be the most egregious of them all. Let me throw this. Can you all see that? Is that up on the screen? What does that say? This is from the USO. Let me see what year this was published, if it's on here. This is August 18th, 2010. So we've got 2009, 2010, and 2013. This is number 3 right here. This is a USO profile on USO.org. This is still up. This has not been taken down or corrected. Here's what it says. A sniper in the 7th Special Forces Group, Staff Sergeant Kennedy has a handful of deployments under his belt. He's, what was it? 2? He's got 2 combat deployments and another one to Iraq that was a training mission. So I guess handful, maybe that's accurate. I guess you could maybe phrase that way. Under his belt, and a silver star to back up his words. Right there. That's number 3. And a silver star to back up his words. We no longer have a one-off. We no longer have just 2. We now have 3. We have 3 examples of profiles, and I want to be clear. These aren't quotes from Tim Kennedy because that's what he's going to lean on. Take my word for it. What they're going to say is, I never said that. Other people said it. And that is true. At its core and at a baseline minimum, it is true in all 3 of these examples. Tim did not say he had a silver star. But these profiles have been up for years, including one on his website, and none of them went corrected. None of them were challenged. He could have picked up the phone at any time and said, just so you know, that ain't true. I don't have a silver star. I also don't have a bronze star with V. So we got 3 examples. But trust me, we're not even scratching the surface yet. Let me get a little quick drink of water. Not even close. So let me pull this up for y'all. Because remember when Tim Kennedy in that Instagram post I just showed where he said, I'm going to throw this back on the screen for you real quick. I do not, nor have I ever claimed to have a bronze star with V device. That's his words, not mine. Well, this is going to take a second to load because it's got to be archived. Let's go ahead and look at this piece. This is maybe the craziest. Here we go. All right. Can you all see that up on the screen? Can you see the highlighted part up on the screen? So this comes from 5knuckles.com. I'm going to highlight it again right here. The interviewer says, it's been widely reported that you were awarded a bronze star for valor. What led to that award? His response doesn't deny it, doesn't correct the record immediately. His response in this transcript from a 5knuckles.com interview is, the nature of special forces work is so secretive, so I'm not at liberty to talk about it, but let's just say I don't like officers. It should have been a silver star. So in this version of the event, he's not claiming to have a silver star, but he's not denying having a bronze star with V, but he's saying the only reason he doesn't have a silver star is because of some officer, but he can't tell you the details because it's so secretive. Bullshit. Absolute bullshit. I love Green Berets. I have all the respect in the world for Green Berets. I know a lot of guys who went to the unit and did incredible things prior to getting to the unit where they did awesome things who are Green Berets. Newsflash for everyone watching this. Tier 2 teams, generally speaking, are not operating black ops. They're not. Sorry. That is the reality. Black operations go to your tier 1 units. Now, am I sure that there's been black ops that have been done over the years by Green Berets maybe, or by Whiteside SEAL teams that are still classified? Maybe. Anything's possible. I'm not going to rule it out wholesale. But here's the problem. When I did my first investigation, the first live stream into the investigation into Tim Kennedy, I talked at length to 20-ish or so 7th group members, and nobody brought up classified black ops. Delta Force, they do classified black ops. SEAL Team 6, they do classified black ops. I'm sure the Ranger Recon Regiment, they do classified black ops. They do things that aren't for public consumption. There are guys in the 24th STS attached and augmented to Delta and SEAL Team 6 who are on missions that are not publicly discussed. Task Force Orange, the intelligence tier 1 asset, does things that are not publicly discussed. Green Berets are a foreign internal defense primary mission unit. They do not do 99.9999% of the time, to my knowledge, black operations. So what the hell is Tim talking about when he says the nature of the work is so secret, he can't discuss it? You were on the 7th Group SIF in Iraq. You were an L&O to the Czechs in Afghanistan. You were on the convoy to Firebase Anaconda, which clearly isn't secret because everyone who was there with access to a cell phone called me and let me know what actually happened. So I stand correct. Regimental Reconnaissance Company, RRC. They're an SMU. I'm sure they do black ops. Green Berets, that is not their mission. So, or it's not most of the time. Again, I'm not saying it hasn't happened. I'm sure, especially around the time of Vietnam, probably happened a lot. But Delta and SEAL Team 6 exist for a reason. That reason is to take national strategic missions that would be classified at the highest levels. Green Berets are amazing at what they do, and we're lucky to have them, and they're badass dudes. Their job is not the same as Delta and SEAL Team 6. They generally don't take strategic national missions that are signed off on by the president. So he's lying about that, almost certainly, allegedly, right? He did not correct the record when asked point blank about having a Bronze Star with Valor, didn't deny it, made no attempt to correct the record, and then said he should have had a Silver Star, but he doesn't like officers very much. Well, Tim, I got a question for you. Do you think officers like you? Do you think the people you were on the convoy with in Afghanistan that you cooked up fake stories about, do you think they like you, enlisted or officer? Do you think they like the fact you told stories about using thermal imaging to shoot people not actively engaged in fighting who were possibly wounded? Or how about the story about sniping an 11-year-old? Or how about the story about getting into a tower with Mike Goebel and sniping 20 dudes? Or whatever the effing number was. You think they're fans of you? You got a big problem with officers. I wonder what the officers think about you. Interesting. Very, very. Is someone in the comments popping off? If someone needs to get lit up in the comments, you let me know and they will be gone. Let me know if there's a problem in the comments and I will get in there and we will end this. Now, let's get to this. I've got to get the page up, so give me a moment. This is from thelegion.org. Let me find it real quick. This site sucks. Let me look at it real quick. Give me a second. Oh, here we go. Got it. That didn't take long. Never mind. So I'm going to share this now. So this is on legion.org. Here you go. You see Tim right there. MMA fighter Tim Kenny puts spotlight on the military inside and outside of the ring. Can you all see that? So it says right here, after 5 years, he earned a Bronze Star for Valor under fire while simultaneously punching, kicking, and grappling his way to a winning record in mixed martial arts. Really? Another Bronze Star for Valor under fire. Notice how the wording here is very careful. Doesn't say Bronze Star with V device. Says Bronze Star for Valor under fire. Is that true? I do appreciate the way that this is so unbelievably carefully worded. Not a Bronze Star with V device, but a Bronze Star for Valor under fire. Wait, who's the guy in the comments that's being an idiot? Is it Mike? You want me to get rid of Mike Harrison? You want me to nuke him? Want me to go nuclear? We can get rid of him. You're going to come in here and be an idiot You're gone forever. Mike, you just got the sniper finger, except unlike TK's stories, this one is actually real. So let me, these people, it's crazy. So he's gone forever. Listen, if you guys want to come in here and disagree respectfully, we can have a back and forth, a good debate about the issues. I have no problem with you disagreeing with me. In fact, I encourage you to disagree with me. There's things I don't know, and I want to know more of them. And you might teach me some I didn't know. But if you're going to come in here and just talk crap to everyone in the comments section and ruin everyone's show experience, I'm going to nuke you. I'm going to headshot you so quick you're not even going to know what happened. Not actually, with the comments finger. I don't need someone out here saying. So there you go. So we've got that. So now we've got more Bronze Star for Valor stories. Let me get this ready to go. While I'm getting this ready to go, I see a couple super chats. I'm going to read those quick here, and we are going to continue. So let me stop sharing this real quick.